Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, it's going to be a little bit different from recent episodes. We've got Mr. Kyle Voss in the house from the Fab Forums. You'll learn a bit about Kyle throughout this video, but especially in the podcast. So I've got him in town. We're going to sit down. We're going to do the podcast. We're going to learn a little bit about his time on YouTube. He's got quite a few subscribers there on the YouTube platform.
Still haven't figured out how that happened.
So we're going to learn a lot about that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you get notified when the podcast comes out with this character here. And then after that, we're going to hang out and probably get into a little bit of shenanigans throughout the rest of the day. Right. We've already started drinking, loosen up for the podcast. So there's no telling what's going to happen from here. And it's not even new. It's 11:30. No,
it's early.
Like, we're going to have it'll be a good day.
We tried to draw it out as long as we could, but
it'll be a good day. It'll be a good day. So stay tuned through the rest of the video. Is that Mr. Voss? What's up, my dude? We'll talk about that more in the podcast, I'm sure, of like just feeding the machine. It's like,
yes.
It's like I could have bought the light, or I make a video about building it, and now I have content.
Yeah, I'm definitely in this
weird
feeding the beast mode. Like, I don't know. And I actually almost made a video on it the other day. Maybe it's something we can talk about on the podcast, but it's almost like a curse. It's like the curse of the.
It is.
You know.
I do not talk about it all the time.
Now, where I'm like in this in-between stage of trying to build something, but then also make the content because you work so hard.
Yeah, but you have to make the content for the build, or you're out of a job.
Yes.
YouTube's a game. You know that.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta ride trends and waves, but you don't really do that. I've noticed. Like, I don't see you hopping on trending subjects and topics, or maybe you do and I don't realize it. I mean, it's the same with my personal channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't play the game. I have 0 subscribers. Like, I have 800 and something.
Do what you want. Yep.
I'm doing what I want. But
your audience will come to you. Don't go to your audience.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, but at the same time, for them to even find me, I've got to play the game a little bit, and I hate playing the game, even tactical baby gear. Like, and we recently, I'm like, all right, I got to take personal feelings out of it and play the game.
Yeah.
I tell you, my favorite series that you do is your Friday. It's Friday, fool.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the story behind that too.
It's great. And I tell, for everyone listening, and I just mentioned this in the vlog that posted this morning, is finding segments or a series that you can do. It's like something you don't really have to think about, which you're like, so he's got a series, give us the intro for it. Give it.
It's Friday, fool. You need this tool.
It's Friday, fool. You need this tool. And he highlights a tool, and I'm sure sometimes they're sponsored, probably more often than not at this point, and I hope they are for your sake.
No, I mean.
But a lot of times you'll like grab some random shit in the shop and you're like, oh, I love these Nipix cutters or whatever it is. And, but he just highlights a tool that's like something super useful that he uses all the time, or it could be like Clecos or something that just like people maybe don't know about, but he highlights a tool, and you do it every Friday or most Fridays at least.
I don't do it because what happened is I kind of ran out of tools.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like.
But what I'm saying is that when you have a series like that, or a segment or something that you can just kind of fall back on, like, okay, I need a Friday video about a tool. It's not that difficult to kind of get that done until you run out of tools, but that's a kind of renewable thing. You could I'm sure very easily reach out, get sponsors, pull in.
Knock those out in 15 minutes on a Friday morning, edit them up, and post them the same day, which is content, right? Because I was struggling with being able to have enough time to make content. The fabrication stuff, I would film for 4 days to make one video.
Right.
I'm like, man, I need to make another video a week. I need something that's super easy. I'd get a lot of questions about the tools I was using in the shop. I'm like, instead of me answering every comment, I'll make a video. I can link these questions to that video down the road.
Boom.
Maybe someday I'll get enough attention where people will start sending me tools.
Right.
Like that was initially, I was kind of thinking through that. I'm like, hey, if I had a tool segment and that's all I did, maybe at some point I'll get enough
buzz around it,
and these companies will start discovering me, and then I can get free stuff or sponsored or whatever. I didn't really think it through
that far.
But I was like, maybe.
Even if you got free stuff, you were winning, right? You're like, hell yeah, free tools? Who doesn't want free tools?
Right.
Roll your eye, you just cringe. You're like, oh.
Yeah, but I leave it out there because I want people to see like there is definitely a progression to everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to move though, right? Do something and just keep moving.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
And it's like anything else. But, you know, it's funny. I just made a video the other day and I put out super raw, like unedited, and just talking about like kind of the analogy of like working out with business and like how none of it business is just like working out, right? Like you're out of shape, you're fat, and you need to get in shape. There's no secret sauce to like, oh, there's magic pill that's gonna, tomorrow you're gonna be poof, you're gonna be in great shape, or to lose all this fat or whatever. And it's no different from starting a channel or a business or anything else. Like you have to keep showing up to the gym and working out, and there's different facets to it. You can't just like curl heavy stuff, your biceps get huge and your gut's still fat. Like you have to do, you know, upper body, lower body, core, back, that, cardio. There's so many different things to pay attention to and to keep working at for it all to work together.
One of my favorite sayings that kind of sums all that up: everybody wants to be a gangster. Nobody wants to do gangster shit. You could put whatever words in there you want. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber, but they don't want to do YouTube stuff. Like if you want to be a YouTuber, you better be cranking out videos. You want to be a bodybuilder, you better be lifting some weight. Everybody wants to be a gangster. Nobody wants to do gangster shit.
I love that.
I know, it sums everything up. It's exactly what you were saying, though.
It is. It's exactly. You have to actually do the actions that map to what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, you could apply it to any place in your life. But no matter what you do, you got to put in the work.
So, Kyle, how long have you been creating content on YouTube?
2010 is when I started, hot and heavy since probably 2014. So 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah. What are some of the struggles that you faced along the way?
Ooh, it's a good one. I'm going to go this way. I think the biggest struggle you face on any kind of social platform, whatever it is your own self. It's your own mental struggles.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yes.
Second guessing yourself?
One, second guessing yourself. Two, letting people affect what it is you do and how you do it. Right? It should never be like that. You should always do what it is you're passionate about or you believe in. And even though you know that that's the beacon that you should head towards, a lot of times it's human nature to let people affect you in a negative way. And, you know, social platforms in general are like the hardest. I think we're going through this age of kids struggling because of that. Everybody deals with it though. And when you put your life out there for everybody to see, you're going to get some criticism, and you just have to learn to like focus on what it is you're there for, and try not to let those things affect you.
Right. They're going to be there regardless.
They're going to be there, and they're going to affect
overlook
you.
them.
I don't
You
care
know what I do to haters and like the negative comments? I always like them.
I do too.
Just to like, as a little poke back, as a little stab, like, yeah, I see you, dick.
Yeah, I got it. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle, and no matter how strong you are, it's gonna affect you in some way. And it may not be the way where like you feel like you need to answer back to these people, but what happens is you find that it will curve the content you make subconsciously.
Right. You're catering to the comments.
Not consciously. Subconsciously, though, it tends to curve you in a way that you didn't originally mean for it to. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you're like, well, I don't want to put this out there because I'll get negative comments about it or whatever. But it's subconscious. You're not really
totally
thinking about it. You just start.
I'll tell you a prime example.
Shifting.
I get a lot of comments about, I just want to see the Bibster build. Well, guess what happens over time? I tend to want to do less vlogging or less family or less other stuff, and I want to just do Bibster stuff, even though it doesn't make the frequency of Bibster build videos more frequent. I just do less videos in between.
Got it.
And that's a bad thing. If you get in that kind of mindset, then you're hurting yourself. Make the content for those people that want to see it, and the ones that don't want to see it, you didn't make it for them anyway.
Right. And it's just, you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. Like, find the thing that you're most passionate about. Do it because you love to do it. Yep. Don't worry about what others think, and eventually it'll come around.
And don't let them change your ways.
Right.
Don't let them curve what it is you want to do.
What's your number one advice for somebody that wants to start a YouTube channel? So
you probably hear a lot, create content, create. There's a reason for that though, and it's because I don't think you're gonna know exactly where you fit in or what you do initially. And if you wait till you figure that out, you'll never get there. So what I tell people is put your head down, make 100 videos. What you're gonna learn in those 100 videos is your style. Everybody has their own style of creating content. Everybody has their own style of videos in creation.
But don't completely copy other people either.
No.
It's okay to be inspired by other people.
Be inspired, but you're not...
Find your... And it's going to take you those 100 videos to figure that out.
That road will shape itself. And if you do... So like people that make 5 videos and they don't get any views and they're like...
They're
that
discouraged.
sucks, I'm done with this. Well, they haven't got far enough to figure out what their style is. You'll figure that out. And being comfortable in front of a camera is not an instantaneous thing. It takes time, and that's what those 100 videos are for. And then the good thing too is you're not looking at subscribers, you're not looking at comments, you're not looking at likes and views. I mean, you can look at comments because if you have support, it's good to kind of interact with those people, but don't be so focused on the analytics that it keeps you from creating. Make those 100 videos and then lift your head up and kind of look, see where you're at. Appreciate you having me.
Of course, dude. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Kyle, thank you so much for coming and being on the podcast.
Anytime.
Let these guys know where they can find you.
At the Fab Forums, everywhere. Literally, just Google me. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, at the Fab Forums. Twitter, not really that, but you know, everywhere. Kyle Voss, too. You can find me there.
Yeah.
On a Google.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.